Hi, and welcome to this evening's intention. And so we're going to stay in our hearts tonight. We're going to move from our minds to our hearts. And I just had a talk with a good friend, and she said it very succinctly that the mind keeps us from our connection to the source. It's keeping us from connecting. So we have to bypass, go around, we have to kick out, we have to willfully demand that our minds step aside so that we can keep our good and true connections to our higher selves, divine, whatever you want to call it, open, so that that light and love can continue to flow through. And I'm probably one of the worst people for this. I am in my head all the time. Getting me out of my head is not an easy task for me. So it was a really good analogy for me, because if I'm seeing it as an obstacle that's blocking me from connecting to my true source, then I'll definitely be able to be more on target with being vigilant and recognize it when it's doing its thing and choosing to bypass it and go back to that original connection. And that's the key word, is connection. So heart connection. So if you could find a place to sit or lie down for the next 30 minutes or so with your eyes closed and not be disturbed, that would be good. We're going to do this little inwards journey together to connect, and find our power, and create our reality. So go ahead and close your eyes. We're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths. So take the breath of life in. And when you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. All your cares and concerns just dissolve and float away. We can do without them for about 30 minutes. And for the next breath, I want you to fully take that breath in. Completely extend your lower belly, and then move up to the upper abdomen, expanding your lower rib cage out towards your back, really filling up full. And when you exhale this time, if you could feel like you're sinking into the safe arms of Pachamama, Mother Earth, always supporting us. And for the next breath, with the help of your imagination, visualize breathing light directly into your heart, and then exhaling light directly from your heart. Good. And now we're going to pay attention to the body. Make sure it's good and relaxed for this inwards journey. We'll start by bringing our awareness down to our feet. And simply ask our feet to relax at this time. Our bodies are amazing gifts. They're the most loyal servants, always wanting to please us. Sometimes it's just a matter of us asking them. And now if you could feel your energy leaving through your feet into the ground, curling up with the roots of the forest, and then circling back to complete the circuit back into your feet. Allow the earth to cleanse and replenish your energy. Feel grounded. And now we move on to the ankles and the shins and the calves and the knees. We feel everything relax. Anytime we go through, pass by a body part, we just feel it naturally revert back to its original perfect blueprint of health and and vitality. So all inflammation and pain just dissolves. We move to the upper legs, the hips, the buttocks, pelvic area, and we feel everything loosen. Going to the inner organs, the rib cage, breast, chest, full back and spine. Everything softens. Our shoulders are down in the most comfortable position. Arms, forearms, hands and fingers hanging loosely. Our neck is supple, bearing no weight. And we move our attention up to the skin of our scalp. Tension can hide here sometimes. So I want you to just release anything that you find there right now. Almost as if your ears could wiggle. We bring the attention to the jaw and we allow it to unhinge. Open up and receive the breath of life. Then we feel all of our facial muscles melt into a pool of perfect relaxation. And see if we can't get our eyelids to soften a few extra degrees. And we move inwards and we ask our right brain to relax and our left brain to relax. And now we're going to thank our minds for all the hard work they do on our behalf all the time. We're actually going to invite our minds to have a seat on the couch right now and just chillax for a bit while we let the heart steer the bus for this session. We want our minds to stick around and be part of our council. Just take more of a back seat for a little while. Just take a break. And now let's deal with our thoughts. We all have so many thoughts and they're usually moving so fast. Let's ask the help of the elements tonight to deal with our thoughts. And we'll start with the element of fire. It's a beautiful element for helping us as it burns up anything that we no longer need, purifying us, allowing us to be reborn from the ashes. And then we ask the element of water for its help. It's a natural retainer of memory. It's a good fit. Maybe we can envision ourselves standing in the middle of a gentle river. And the current is pulling away all the negativity or patterns, anything that we want to let go of. And we can just observe and watch it floating down the river. We enlist the help of the element of air, in the form of a wind or a breeze crossing past our skin. And what it takes away in its current is our stories. Our stories, our ego, leaving only behind the shining truth. And then we enlist the element of earth with its magnetic properties to pull and stick to it any other burdens or heaviness that we're carrying that we'd like to let go of. Trusting that the earth will transform this energy for us into something new and beautiful, like a seed sprouting. Now, sometimes our thoughts will kind of kidnap us and take us away on a wild ride with them somewhere. So as soon as you realize it, just gently bring yourself back to the present moment, what we're doing, back to your breath. Sometimes it's just the practice of bringing ourselves back over and over again. And eventually, we tend to stay and not get carried away so often. Now let's take the journey from our head space to our chest cavity where our heart resides. We're going to use a beautiful wooden spiral staircase to get there. I'd like you to experience this journey viscerally. So feel the smooth grain of the wood underneath your fingertips as you trail your hand down the railing. Hear the soft padding of your bare feet as they touch down on each step. And feel the buoyancy or the lightness as you're gliding down the staircase. And as you arrive on the platform, I want you to notice if there's anything in front of your heart. Perhaps a gate with a lock on it, maybe a wall has been built. And this is normal and natural. We all develop protective measures for ourselves. But what I'd like you to realize right now is that this is your heart. You have full access, VIP backstage pass to it at all times. It's your concert. So go ahead and envision those locks disintegrating and the gates creaking open. Perhaps a bridge appears over the moat that may have been built, if you're like me. And as you approach the door to your heart, it cracks open a little bit. And brilliant beams of yellow golden light are spilling out everywhere. It's so beautiful. See yourself opening the door and entering into your heart space to be completely bathed in this warm and loving light. You feel so safe and secure and so happy. This is the most amazing place you've ever been or could imagine. Inside your heart space. And this light is closest to the truest essence of which you really are. Everything in the universe is made of energy, as are we. It's the common denominator. And so we're going to have a bit of a shift in perception right now, away from our physical selves that we're most used to our energetic or our light bodies. So I'd like you to look down at your hands now inside your heart and see that all the cells of your body have transformed into brilliant points of light. So you're kind of floating there, existing like a light cloud. It's very blissful. And everybody has a very unique shade of color and texture to them. I'd like you to experience this right now. What color are you? Then you look up and see a colossal but indescribably beautiful ribbon of light above you as well. This is the flow of the cosmos, the consciousness of one. I call this place the Nexus. It goes by many names in many cultures. It doesn't really matter what you call it. At the end of the day, what it really is just total connection. And that's what we want. So I'd like you to allow yourself to float up now and merge with this flow. You don't have to be afraid. You can come out of it at any time. You don't need to sacrifice anything to experience this. And there's no need to change your beliefs. All truths are inclusive here. So one of the things you might experience when you join in is a sensation of coming home, of belonging. And at some point on every level, you will experience that you are everything and everyone in the universe, and they are also you. We were all one being, one consciousness, one light, all the same pie, slightly different flavors we're bringing to the same pie. Now, this Nexus is a place of incredible power. You have at your fingertips the knowledge and wisdom of the entire universe at your command. This is where our intuition stems from. It's a place of spontaneous healing, of miracles, and incredible capacity to create. And that's what we're going to take advantage of tonight. We're going to intend a reality of our choosing and then anchor it in the present moment at the end of the intention. Because we can. So right now, I'd like you to envision the life that you've always secretly dreamed of having in all its glorious detail. I'm going to guide along in generalities because at our core, we all want the same things. But I'd like you to fill in the blanks and color the page the way you see fit for your life. Let's start by talking about health. We all want good health. Envision yourself right now completely whole, vibrant, healthy, moving your physical body with ease and grace. Your emotional body's balanced, your mental body's full of clarity, and your energetic body's filled and complete. And we can trust our bodies. They're amazing systems that self-heal, self-repair, guard us against anything we need shielding from. And in this reality, we take care of our bodies. Anytime we need guidance or teaching on how to do so, that is amply available to us. So let's experience this vitality right now. I'm feeling very light, as if effervescent bubbles are just coursing through my entire being right now. My DNA, my cells, right down to the atomic level, the quantum level, everything realigning into its natural, perfect, healthy state of balance. It's very exhilarating. And now that you're experiencing this vitality, I'd like you to extend it to include your family and friends. Witness their expressions of relief and wonderment on their faces as well. And then include your community, and then all the way around the entire world. What a beautiful gift to give and receive total vibrant health. This is within our power to do so. We're all healers. It's just a matter of focusing our intention and sending that energy out. And now let's chat about abundance. There is plenty on this world for all of us, and that is the truth. So let's go ahead and lift humanity up out of survival mode and into creation mode. It is time. Everybody has access to fresh, clean drinking water. Everybody has ample, natural, healthy food. Everybody has shelter. Everybody has warmth or cooling if they need it. And there's plenty to left over for comforts. So maybe we could travel around once in a while if we'd like. Most importantly, that we have the resources to follow our passions and our dreams in life. Each of us, we're seated with a unique gift that only we can develop and share back with the world. This is our purpose. When we're on the path of our purpose, we feel fulfillment. Not just because we're doing what we love. Deep down, we each have an innate need and desire to contribute as well. So when we're on our path of our purpose, we're feeling fulfilled on many levels. I'd like you to experience this right now. What are you doing when you're following your bliss? And if you don't know what your purpose is right now, don't worry. We're going to generate the feelings associated with it and allow that to beckon into your conscious awareness, that information. So let's go ahead and generate feelings of wholeness or completeness that we felt in our lives. Or perhaps that all over good feeling from selflessly helping another at some point. Or you can go to a memory where you were doing something you were so enamored with, so fascinated by, that you completely lost track of all time. That's kind of what you're looking for. And now see yourself going to bed at the end of the day of being on your path, feeling completely fulfilled, sleeping soundly through the night, waking up in the morning excited to jump out of bed and do it all again. Now, we just did this for the entire world. So what does that look like now? I want you to envision this as already happened. It is done, so say we all. I see all the amazing intellects and imaginations pooling together to problem solve. And all of a sudden, we are living on a planet free of pollution. We're living in harmony and balance with the Earth's ecosystems. How fantastic is that? And look at us exploring our limitless potential together, inventing, building, teaching, learning, sharing, caring, progressing into the future in a most balanced and conscious way. What an exciting time to be alive. And we are meant to be together. We are here to walk each other home through the meadows and over the bumps. But tonight, let's celebrate this beautiful existence together in song, in music, in dancing, in laughter, in playing. You see us all at a huge outdoor music festival, rejoicing, celebrating together. Feeling all the relationships healing, love being transmitted and received. Walking down the street in my reality, seeing all the smiles on the strangers' faces as I walk by, watching the lights behind their eyes. It's magnificent. And let's intend one more thing while we're here together. Let's intend that everybody is awakening to this consciousness of one. At least that everybody is feeling connected. Something miraculous happens when we remember who and what we truly are. This high vibrational frequency energy, this light, this love. All of a sudden, the heavier, lower energies just don't make sense anymore. The greed, the harming of others, the righteousness, the judgment. This all falls away. We naturally tend to adopt the same foundation principles: honesty, integrity, authenticity, caring, sharing. Everybody's on the same page. What a relief. Even the systems that may govern us in this reality are designed to uplift us in our lives, to protect our freedoms, and to help us flow along on our journeys together. I'm sensing all the tension, worry, and fear lift collectively up off of our shoulders to transform in the atmosphere above us into the higher resonance frequency that is more in alignment with who we truly are. And all of a sudden, Trust is just blossoming in my heart again. I'm overflowing with compassion, sensing all the connections, cleansing, clearing, opening up, communication flowing. Such a beautiful atmosphere to exist in. It's so easy just to be. It's so easy just to be. And now, wherever you are in your beautiful reality, whether you're out for a picnic with your family, marveling at their glowing faces, seeing your children and grandchildren thrive, you're out for a walk with your dog in the forest, enjoying the serenity, or you're out with your friends on the pickleball court, having a laugh, you're creating something magnificent in your kitchen or your work, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just stop in your shoes right now and look at all the beauty that surrounds you. All the natural beauty, all the man-made beauty, and just drink it in. Feel this unconditional love energy that surrounds and supports you at all times. And receive it. You are so worthy of this amazing reality. And now I'd like to just connect with a little bit of gratitude before we finish. Thank you, thank you, thank you for every step, every breath of this wonderful life. Thank you, vulnerability. Thank you to all the lessons I've learned. Thank you to this vessel, this body that allows me to perceive all this beauty. Thank you to my emotions for guiding me through this lifetime. And most of all, thank you for our connections to each other, to the earth, to our hearts, and back to the source, the fountain that constantly replenishes us with love and light and healing and energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to take your entire beautiful creation of reality and build it up as an energy ball in your center right now, in the heart space, the solar plexus, the dantian area. Build it up as a big energy ball, make it crackle with life, and then soak it with those elevated emotions you just felt, the fulfillment, the joy, the peace, and the gratitude. And we're going to take a large breath in, build up that energy. And when we exhale, we're going to release and share that with the world. Here we go. Build it up and let it go. Exhale completely, give it all away. Our hearts are vast. And then breathe in the breath of life. Replenish yourself with light and love and healing and energy. Good job. You can just feel those concentric rings of energy circling the globe, causing all the other like energies to light up in response, creating a sum much greater than its parts, blanketing the world in this beautiful energy of love and peace and prosperity. Now I'd like you to wiggle your fingers and toes. We're going to come back into our bodies proper. Wiggle your fingers and toes, maybe shift your limbs around as well. And when you feel like you're ready to come back into the room or to your space, open your eyes and just notice how you're feeling right now. Know that you can come back to this state of being with a single conscious breath of intention. This is why we do this practice, so that we can call it up on a moment's demand at any time. Eventually, we won't have to put any effort into it at all. We just become walking, talking, natural transmitters of this high frequency energy that's more in tune with who we truly are, creating the reality of our choosing all around us because we are this powerful. And so much more so when we put our intentions together in this way. So exponentially by magnitude. So thank you for joining me in these intentions. Whether it's live or recorded, it all works. It's all good. So try this single conscious breath of intention. If you've been doing these intentions with me for a while and you've pretty much got an idea of what your beautiful reality is like, try doing it in a single conscious breath whenever you can. Brushing your teeth, when you're cooking supper, when you're standing in line. And just notice over the next couple of weeks, as you incorporate it into your life, what kind of shifts happen for you? What is it doing for you? What is it doing for your reality? Have fun with it. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for the next intention.